two cases in this given data for making a side sway. The thing one is the support should be same. If the support is not same, even though the height might be 5 meter at both the column, you will be experiencing the sway force. And here the supports are not same, one end is fixed and other end is hinged, hence this is the reason 1 for the side sway. And the reason 2 is you are having a horizontal load, that is 50 kN of horizontal load. So these are the two cases for sway in this structure. So there might be combination of reason for a side sway. So here in this problem you have two reasons. And what are the things which will be added in a side sway analysis is, first you have to find the sway force. See, in moment distribution method you will be assuming the sway force and making the moment distribution method, that is non-sway analysis. And next you have to do the sway analysis. So two times you will be making the moment distribution calculation. So this is the difference between a conventional moment distribution method solving and the sway oriented problem. So whatever the force you have found, first you will be finding the sway force, and after finding that you have to make the sway analysis, and non-sway analysis also has to be done. If you are not having any vertical force, you will be not having the fixed end moment, it will be 0. This portal frame has only horizontal load, that too at the joint. Second step is you have to find the distribution factor. Since the joint B is hinged, B to A, B to C, you will be having two number of members. B to A is fixed, hence it is I by L, and B to C is partially hinged, hence it is I by L. Also C to B is partially hinged, that is I by L, that is I by 5, and finally C to D, this end is hinged, that is purely hinged, hence you will be having 3 by 4 I by L, and you can write the distribution factor here. So the distribution factor is nearly 0.5 for BA and BC, and at this joint, at joint C, you have 4 by 7 and 3 by 7. So next, this is the additional step you have to do when you are solving the sway oriented problem. So the title will be side sway. How to assume the side sway moment? The thing is, you will be having BA and CD. These are the two members which will be taking the horizontal load, and due to this horizontal load you will be having moment. So B to A is one member and C to D is another member. So these two are the vertical members which is going to take the side sway. And you know that what you mean by sway is a horizontal force. So what causes it is like deflection. So if you rotate it clockwise, you can see that this structure is going to deflect, and what happens, you can see the similar concept in the settlement, 6 EI delta by L square. So the same formula which you are going to use here. Why? Because this is not a settlement, but you can use the formula of settlement in order to find this way. This is similar to a settlement only. And if you are looking into joint B, the joint A is fixed, hence you are using 6 EI del by L square. And if the opposite end is hinged, you can use 3 EI del by L square. So this is the formula. And you can cancel the common things. What are the common things here? E, I, del, everything is common, and even L is also common. So this is L1, that is 5 meter, and CD is also same length. L will also get cancelled here. Finally you will be having 6 by 3. And if you simplify this, you will be getting 2 by 1, that is 2. If you know that MBA by MCD equal to 2, what you can do is how to find MBA. You can cross multiply CD and MBA will be 2 times CD. Now you have to assume a moment. So whatever moment you can assume, it might be 10, 50 or 100, whatever you can assume. So here you have to assume the side sway. It is assumed here that CD as minus 10 kilonewton meter. If CD is minus 10, then how to find BA? You have to substitute CD, that is minus 10 into 2 will be minus 20. So this will be the moment. And what is your understanding here is the hinged end carries lesser moment. That is half of the moment will be carried by the hinged end, that is the column connected with the hinged end, and if the column is connected with the fixed end, you will be experiencing twice moment is being handled here. Okay. So after that you have to do a moment distribution method. So this is for sway analysis. So right now you got the moment at both the column. You have to write joint member distribution factor. What is the distribution factor you got? BA is 0.5, BC is 0.5, CB and CD are 4 by 7 and 3 by 7. This is the distribution factor you got. So this you have already found out. And what is the moment which we have assumed is B to A and A to B. So this is the moment which is acting at column. So what we have assumed currently, minus 20 and minus 20. So this will be the moment will be acting, and B to C and C to B is a horizontal member. You will be not having any sway moment here. Hence it will be nil here. BC and CB will be nil, and CD and DC will be minus 10. Why D to C there is no moment in the sense? Because the joint D is hinged. If you have a hinged end, you will be not experiencing the moment. Hence the fixed end moment you have written here. You have to understand again that even though it is called fixed end moment, this fixed end moment is created due to the sway force. So due to sway there will be deflection. So we have assumed a value of 10 kilonewton for C to D for this column, and twice of the moment we have assumed here, and we have started this process. So at joint B, if we are looking into joint B, you have minus 20 kilonewton meter. If you are balancing, you have to apply plus 20 into 0.5. It will be 10. 10 and 10. You will be getting this value, and if you balance the joint C has minus 10 of moment. Balance this by using plus 10. So 10 into 4 by 7. 5.7 and 4.29. This will be the balancing, and half has to be carried. So how to carry this? BA will be transferred to AB, and half of that will be 5, and BC will be carried to CB, half of that will be 5, and half of 5.71 will be 2.86, and C to D has to be carried to DC. When we are looking here, suppose D is hinged, hence the half of the moment will not be get carried here. Why? Because this is a hinged end, so the moment does not carry here. And again you have to balance. At joint B you have 2.86 of moment. You balance by using minus 2.86 into 0.5. What is the value? Minus 1.43, and same minus 1.43 will be there. Likewise at the joint C, What is the moment here? You have 5. So you apply minus 5 into 4 by 7. Minus 2.86. And minus 5 into 3 by 7 will be 2.14. Now make the carryover, and what will be the half of 1.43? 0.72, and half of 2.86 will be 1.43, and 0.72. Then you have to balance. How to balance? You have minus 1.43 into 0.5 will be 0.72, and the next value will be 0.72. When balancing 0.72, you have to make it into plus 0.72 into 4 by 7. It will be 0.41 and 0.31. See, now you are nearly going into 0 point values. So after the next balance and carry over, you will be getting 0.0. You can stop the iteration. Make the carry over here. Half of 0.72 will be 0.36, and half of 0.41 will be 0.21. 0.21 into 0.5 will be 0.11 and minus 0.11. 0.36, that is minus 0.36 into 4 by 7 will be 0.21 and 0.15. Now make the carry over. So we will be getting 0.06, 0.11, 0.06, and so the final balancing will be minus 0.11 into 0.5 will be 0.05, 0.06, 0.03 and 0.03. Now you got the accuracy up to 0.06. You can add all the values. So from minus 20 you add all the values, minus 15.42, then add all the next column, minus 10.76, and the next value will be 10.76 or 77. What is the next value? 7.66 and 7.66. Okay. Now you got all the values. Now how to find the sway force is the next task. We have balanced the moment. Whatever force is acting here, we have balanced the moment. We are not knowing what is the sway force which is exactly acting in each and every member. See, this member is fixed. You have a column here, and if it is, say for example, 50 kilonewton, if the force is applied, the column AB and CD will not be carrying same sway force. Why? Because one end is fixed and other end is hinged here. You are not aware of what is the sway force carried by each and every individual member. So even though you know 50 kilonewton, what is the horizontal component at HA and HD? So for finding that, you have to split all the members, that is AB and CD. Why we are not considering BC in the sense, this is a horizontal member, you will be not experiencing any sway force. Okay, now considering AB, it is written here, and what is the moment you got here is 10.76, that is, see, you got B2A, that is B2A as 10.76 and 15.42 at this point. So it is written here, and both are anti-clockwise, that is minus. So it is written in terms of the arrow of anti-clockwise. So you have written the moment here. Now how to find the reaction at A? In the sense you have to take moment at B. Either you can take moment or you can just balance the force here. What is 10.76 plus 15.42? So you can just take the moment. See, take moment at B. You can find the HAB. How to find that? HAB into 5 minus 15.42 minus 10.76. These two answer will be 26.18. You will be cross multiplying the 5 here, and if you divide 26.18 by 5, you will be getting 5.24. BA and HAB will be equal, and the same way you can take the column C to D. While taking the column C to D, what is the moment at C to D? You know that CD moment is minus 7.66 and it is anti-clockwise, hence you can write the anti-clockwise moment here, that is 7.66 is written, and at D you will be not having any moment, so it will be 0 here. If you need HD, take moment at C. While taking the moment at C, HD into 5 minus 7.66 equal to 0. So what will be your answer? 7.66 divided by 5, that is 1.53. Now you got all the reaction. The force is applied here and currently you have found out the reactions 5.24 and 1.53. What is the total horizontal reaction here? So at HAB you got 5.24 and HDC you got 1.53. What is the horizontal reaction? Total reaction is 6.77. Okay, this is for the assumed moments. Currently you will be having an actual sway force of 50 kilonewton. So what is the actual force here? 50 kilonewton is acting, and hence the moment will be increased proportionally in the ratio of 50 by 6.77. So you got 6.77 as the value. You divide 50 by 6.77, that is 7.38. So what is this value? If you divide, you will be getting this 7.38. After getting that, what you have to do is, whatever moment you got at joint A, B, C and D. So this is the moment what you got from the moment distribution method. Now you have to multiply the value into 7.38. If you want sway force, for sway for 6.77 kilonewton you got this value, and for sway for 50 kilonewton 15.42 into 7.38, 113.8. So now you have found out the values. Similarly, multiply 10.76 into 7.38. What is your answer? 79.41, the same answer, and 7.66 into 7.38, you will be getting 56.53. So you have found out the sway force and the sway moment here. And how to find the reaction here? The same way, you got 5.24 into 7.38, you will be getting 38.67, and 1.53 into 7.38 will be 11.29. By this process, you understood that, see, if 50 kilonewton of force is being applied at this frame, the HA might have different reaction and HD might have different reaction. Why? Because one end is fixed and other end is hinged. So you found that the horizontal reaction at HA is 38.67 and at D is 11.29. So what is your understanding here is, the fixed end carries larger horizontal reaction. If your end is hinged, you will be receiving much lesser horizontal reaction. So after finding this, you can draw the bending moment diagram. So the diagram is written as per the revised moment. So this is our revised moment as per the 50 kilonewton sway force, minus 113 and minus 79.41. So minus 113 is here and 79.41. How you received this moment or how you received this pattern in the sense, both are minus. So this is anti-clockwise and this will be also anti-clockwise. So if you twist this column, it will be going to right hand side and this will be going to left hand side. Draw the bending moment like this, and at B to C, what is your moment here? B to C is both are plus, that is 7.41 and 56.53. So both are clockwise moment. You have to apply the clockwise moment and twist the member. If you are twisting, you will be getting the moment in this manner. And the same way at C to D, you will be having minus 56.53, and due to its minus, you have to apply anti-clockwise moment, and this will be going to right hand side. And you can connect this. So this is your bending moment diagram. You have to find the shear force. How to find shear force? Split all the members and assume it as simply supported. So what are the members here? You have B and C, and if you are splitting this member B and C and considering it as simply supported, you will be having a moment of 79.41 and 56.53. So take moment at B. So take moment at B, FCB into 5 plus 56.53 and plus 79.41 equal to 0. Now you will be getting FCB. And next member is A and B. Let us take A and B member. So when you are considering A and B member, you had the moment of 113.8 kilonewton and 79.41 kilonewton meter, and both are anti-clockwise. How to find the reaction at FAB? See, it is not required to apply the direction of the reaction. So you can assume whatever the way you assumed. So just you take moment at FBA and let us assume it as this direction, that is left hand side. So FAB into 5 and minus 113.8 minus 79.41. So this will be your moment equal to 0. And how to find FBA? Take everything outside, divide by 5. You will be getting 38.642 as your moment. And finally you have the span C to D, and at span CD you have only one moment. What is that moment? 56.53, and 56.53 divided by 5. Why? Because you don't have the moment here. Just when you are taking the moment at joint C, HDC into 5 minus 56.53 will be there, and if you divide 56.53 divided by 5, you will be getting the reaction of 11.29. So before drawing the shear force, you should know the reaction. So without knowing reaction, you cannot draw the shear force diagram. So first we are finding the reaction. Now you know all the reactions. F, BC and CD. You got the reaction of 38.67. So this will be your reaction, and the same will be your shear force. Why? Because you are not having any external force here. Hence your shear force will be the same as the reaction. At B to C, you got the value of 27.19. So the same will be the shear force, and C to D, what is your answer? 11.29, and this will be the shear force.